Hello, and welcome again to Crime Chronicles. In the midst of life, we are in death. Book of Common Prayer. Once upon a time, in a bustling community, there lived a bright young woman named Jasmeen Kaur. Jasmeen was full of life and dreams, with her whole future ahead of her. But fate had a cruel twist in store for her. On a cold March night in 2021, the tranquility of the town was shattered. Jasmeen's sudden disappearance sent shockwaves through her community, leaving everyone grappling with disbelief and fear. The last anyone saw of her, she was leaving her workplace, a routine night that turned into a nightmare. The details that emerged were chilling, the kind that sends shivers down your spine. As days turned into weeks, the hope of finding Jasmeen safe and sound began to fade. The story took a grim turn when her body was discovered. The news hit the community like a ton of bricks, leaving behind a palpable sense of loss and despair. Jasmeen's murder wasn't just another crime. It was a stark reminder of the vulnerability of life. It shook the community to its core, raising questions about safety and justice. The investigation that followed was meticulous. Every piece of evidence, every witness statement was scrutinized. The police were determined to bring the perpetrator to justice, to provide some semblance of closure to a grieving family and a shaken community. But as the investigation unfolded, more questions than answers emerged. Cryptic clues and hidden secrets began to surface, hinting at a deeper, more sinister plot. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the mystery, uncovering shocking revelations that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this case. Through this documentary, you'll gain new insights, fascinating details, and a different perspective on the crime that shook a community to its core. And ask yourself, how well do we really know the people around us? What if the answers lie not in the obvious, but in the overlooked? Join us as we explore the hidden layers of Jasmeen Kaur's life and the secrets that may have led to her untimely demise. The investigation begins. Unraveling the mystery. The initial hours of the investigation were crucial. Every minute counted. The police fanned out, gathering information, interviewing potential witnesses, and combing through surveillance footage. The clock was ticking, and the pressure to find answers was immense. The investigators started by retracing Jasmeen's last known movements. They spoke to her friends, family, and colleagues, trying to piece together a timeline of her final hours. They examined her phone records, looking for any clues that could lead them to her whereabouts. The investigation was a painstaking process, a meticulous search for any shred of evidence that could shed light on the events leading up to Jasmeen's disappearance. As the investigation progressed, a name began to surface repeatedly: Tarikjot Singh. He was known to Jasmeen and had been in contact with her in the hours leading up to her disappearance. The investigators turned their attention to him, carefully scrutinizing his movements and alibi. Was he a concerned friend or something more sinister? The investigators started piecing together a puzzle, with Tarikjot Singh at its center. They dug deeper into his background, his relationship with Jasmeen, and his possible motives. The investigation was far from over, but the pieces were starting to fall into place. Tarikjot Singh, the man at the center of it all. Tarikjot Singh was an enigma. On the surface, he appeared to be a regular young man, leading an ordinary life. But as the investigators delved deeper into his background, a more complex picture emerged. His relationship with Jasmeen was shrouded in mystery, a tangled web of emotions and unspoken truths. Interviews with those who knew Tarikjot painted a conflicting picture. Some described him as a quiet and reserved individual, while others spoke of a darker side, a hidden rage that simmered beneath the surface. The investigators had to sift through these conflicting accounts, trying to separate fact from fiction. They needed to understand the true nature of Tarikjot Singh, to determine if he was capable of the heinous crime he was suspected of. The investigators discovered that Tarikjot's relationship with Jasmeen was far from harmonious. There were hints of jealousy, possessiveness, and a desperate desire for control. The investigation uncovered a series of text messages between them, revealing a volatile dynamic. The messages were filled with anger, accusations, and pleas for reconciliation. The investigators began to see Tarikjot in a new light. He was no longer just a name in a case file. He was a complex individual with a troubled past and a potentially dangerous obsession. The investigation was moving forward, but the truth was still elusive. The investigators worked tirelessly, driven by a relentless pursuit of justice. They meticulously gathered evidence, analysing every detail, every clue. The investigation was a slow and arduous process, but they were determined to build a solid case against Tarikjot Singh. Forensic experts meticulously combed through the crime scene, searching for any trace of DNA, fibres, or other physical evidence that could link Tarikjot to Jasmeen's murder. They analysed the surveillance footage, painstakingly tracking Tarikjot's movements in the hours surrounding Jasmeen's disappearance. The investigators discovered that Tarikjot's alibi was riddled with inconsistencies. He had provided conflicting accounts of his whereabouts on the night of Jasmeen's disappearance. The investigators dug deeper, exposing the flaws in his story, piece by piece. They discovered that he had lied about his movements, creating a false narrative to cover his tracks. The evidence against Tarikjot was mounting, creating a web of incriminating details. The forensic evidence placed him at the crime scene. His inconsistent alibi further solidified his connection to the crime. The investigators were closing in on the truth, and Tarikjot Singh was running out of options. The news of Jasmeen's murder sent shockwaves through the community. Fear and disbelief gripped the hearts of residents as they grappled with the horrific reality of the crime. The sense of safety and security that had once defined their lives was shattered, replaced by a gnawing anxiety. Vigils were held in Jasmeen's memory, drawing crowds of mourners united in grief and solidarity. Candles flickered, casting a warm glow on faces etched with sorrow. Flowers piled up at makeshift memorials, a poignant tribute to a life tragically cut short. The community mourned the loss of one of their own, a young woman whose dreams and aspirations were cruelly extinguished. The case sparked outrage and a collective call for justice. Residents demanded answers, demanding that the perpetrator be held accountable for their actions. The community stood united in their grief, their shared pain a testament to the profound impact of Jasmeen's murder. They vowed to honour her memory by ensuring that justice was served. The investigation, while focused on finding the perpetrator, also revealed systemic issues. It highlighted the vulnerabilities faced by young women, the need for greater awareness about domestic violence, and the importance of creating a society where everyone feels safe and protected. Jasmeen's case served as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance and community involvement. It underscored the need for open communication and a shared responsibility in ensuring the safety and well-being of all members of society. The investigation highlighted the crucial role of law enforcement agencies in responding swiftly and effectively to such crimes. It showcased the importance of meticulous evidence gathering, thorough investigation, and a steadfast commitment to seeking justice for victims. The case also emphasized the need for ongoing training and development within law enforcement to enhance their ability to handle complex and sensitive cases. Beyond law enforcement, Jasmeen's case sparked discussions about broader societal issues. It brought to light the prevalence of domestic violence, the challenges faced by victims in seeking help, and the need for greater awareness and support systems. The case served as a catalyst for conversations about creating a safer and more just society, where individuals are empowered to speak out against abuse and seek help without fear or stigma. The tragedy of Jasmeen's murder served as a wake-up call, urging communities to come together, to address the root causes of violence, and to work towards creating a society where such tragedies are prevented. The investigation into Jasmeen Kaur's murder reached a conclusion with the arrest and conviction of Tarikjot Singh. The weight of evidence, the meticulous work of investigators, and the unwavering pursuit of justice led to a successful prosecution. While the verdict brought a sense of closure, it also left behind a lingering sense of sadness and a recognition of the long road ahead. The trial provided answers, but it also unveiled the complexities of human relationships, the devastating consequences of unchecked jealousy and possessiveness, and the fragility of life. The case served as a stark reminder of the dark side of human nature, the potential for violence that lurks beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary lives. The impact of Jasmeen's murder extended far beyond the courtroom. It left an indelible mark on the community, sparking conversations about safety, justice, and the need for collective action to prevent such tragedies from happening again. The case became a symbol of the ongoing struggle against violence, a reminder that the pursuit of justice is a continuous journey that requires unwavering commitment and a shared responsibility. Jasmeen's story, though marked by tragedy, also serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the power of community, and the enduring hope for a safer and more just world. If you found this video intriguing, be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends who enjoy delving into the most spine-tingling true crime stories. Stay tuned for more captivating explorations of the unknown. Let's go!